How's it going, everyone? We're here for the April update, and yeah, it brings ziplines, the first iteration of above-ground rail systems, and a bunch of other stuff. And we're starting in a loading screen because, as you can see, there's now custom loading screens that you can make yourself. So if you have a server and you're the owner or an admin that has permission to, you can go ahead and set a custom background image. This is something you could put like your rules or just something really cool, some artwork, whatever it might be. But yeah, that's a definite cool thing to take a look at. Also worth mentioning while we're just kind of sitting here in the menu, Rust has actually added quite a few new achievements into the game. There's Buckle Up, which is start a fully repaired car with a full set of tier 3 engine parts. So basically, you know, a fully decked out car. It's Honest Work, plant different seeds in every slot of a large planter box. Pro Angler, catch one of each type of fish. Terror in the Deep, travel to the underwater labs in a sub. Friendly Neighbor, wave at 5 different players. Thread the Needle, land a mini on the cargo. High Roller, win 3 rounds of poker at Bandit Camp. Mission accomplished, do 5 missions from NPCs. Death from Above, kill another player with the MLRS. Woof. On Track, kill 10 tunnel dwellers while moving on a work cart. Apex Predator, kill 3 sharks with spear guns. Smooth Sailing, travel 3,000 kilometers with someone else in a kayak. Big Brother, watch another player through a CCTV camera. Heavy Industry, activate the excavator. Waste Not, Want Not, recycle 10 cars at junkyard. Rust Air, pilot a scrap transport helicopter with at least 5 people. Battle Bus, drive a modular car with at least 5 people. And Arctic Speed, grab yourself a snowmobile from the Arctic base. Wow, quite a mouthful, but tons of new achievements there. And then in addition to that, there's also the Twitch Rivals event coming up on the 14th, I believe, or just in 6 days. Yes. And it's going to have quite a few Twitch drops, and yeah, it's going to be a really cool event. So yeah, go ahead and, you know, keep in tune. I'll be having a video because one of the drops there is missing. Otherwise, I'd be doing one now. We're going to wait until that one kind of pops up, and then I'll do a comprehensive video showing you the skins and details on that. So let's go ahead and jump into the beefy stuff for the update. Alright, so as I mentioned, we've got the first iteration of the above ground rail system. And what the team has planned for this is still a little bit of a secret. At first, it just kind of seemed like something that might connect into the rail cart system and so forth. And it actually looks like it's going to have its own train car and an extra purpose. They said right now it's just in its early stage for testing. And as you can see, it's literally just a big ring. You can see this fine line right here on the map as it goes all the way around. It goes parallel to most roads. Some it kind of veers off for a little bit depending on the terrain, but you know, that's kind of nice. And it even crosses over a few roads here and there. But yeah, right now it's just a giant circle. It doesn't seem to have stops or anything like that. However, there is a test engine that can be spawned in, and it does have a few things, like it can couple to other carts. So there's this kind of cargo cart you can spawn in right here. This one can be spawned in by doing train carriage temp.entity, and then this one can be spawned in by doing train engine temp.entity. So there you go. And yeah, as you can see, this is definitely something very temporary, but it does have a fuel thing. And if we go ahead and jump on into it and start it up, we can actually back up into this other cart here, and then it should couple to us. Yeah, see, it does know is so. Okay, we're gonna back up into it one more time. Nope. This is one of those things. I promise you guys, it works. Really, it does. All right, let's see. Is this gonna connect or not? They're kind of just. You can actually mount this and ride it, which I thought was kind of interesting. It has a couple of different seats, I guess, to it. You can sit back here too, I think. Let's actually like walk on it. Let's see. Mount. No. Oh no, really? It's only letting. Never mind. You can only mount right here. I like how it sounds like a door too. Again, guys, this is something that is very, very much so work in progress. You know, kind of thing. So let's go ahead and jump back into this thing. Hello? There we go. Let's see. Are we connected? Hey, we're connected. There we go. So as you can see now, it's pulling it. And here we go. We can just travel on along this train route. And yeah, I have a feeling maybe there'll be a train that circles the map. A lot of people really want some kind of a train event that you could attack. I don't know if it'll be something like that, or if it's going to be more something that people can take a chance to ride. And as you can see, as soon as I left it, they uncoupled. So I'm not sure. I'm sure there'll probably be some kind of way to couple and uncouple. It'd also be cool to put an engine on both ends, so you can go either forward or back, you know, facing with two different engines, kind of like some trains do. But we'll just have to see how it all works. I mean, we still don't really honestly know what any of this is going to be. But yeah, there we have that so far. And it's just, again, another thing that's kind of adding to the world. And I've played on a lot of maps that had above ground train rails, and it was just really fun to use. And I think that could be something that could really add to it. And it does only spawn on 4250 or bigger maps, I believe. So that is something else to kind of keep in consideration there. And one of the other new things we've got, of course, is zip lines. And the player zip lines are something that are going to come in possibly as well. So if you actually read the dev blog, it says that they're working on ways of improving them, adding them to monuments and so forth, making them more dynamic. But in addition to that, the possibility of players placing their own zip lines. So that would be pretty cool, depending on how it works. It doesn't seem like it's kind of like a grapple hook or anything like that, so I don't think it'll be too bad. But as you can see, this one didn't really hook up to outposts too well. But if you travel around the world, you'll now notice that these power lines have like these little scaffolds and so forth around it. And if you come up to them and you go around them here, you'll notice that once you get to the top, there is usually a zip line of some sort. I'm not sure what happened with this one. It doesn't really connect anything back that way. So let's go ahead and head all the way up to this one here. Hey, there we go. And we'll go ahead and zipline here. And as you see, it says use zipline. And you can actually push forward to go faster, or you can let go to slow back down, and you can hit space to jump off. Now, if there is something in your way, it will knock you down. And if you jump off, you're too high, well, you will take that damage and be hurt. So yeah, that's definitely something you want to kind of pay attention to. But yeah, it's a cool little idea, and when it actually does connect into monuments and so forth, it actually ends up being very cool. Go ahead and use this zip line now. Here we go. Ah, looks like someone built a base right in front of this one. Ah, no, there we go. There's that collision I was talking about. Can you mount the zip line from anywhere? Oh, you can only mount it from up there. So that's another thing to keep in consideration. Even if you build under one of these, you can't just kind of jump on to the zip line. But as you can see, this one actually would have taken us all the way down to satellite right here. So that's actually quite cool. And there's just a lot that connect around different monuments and so forth. So it might be worth, checking them out, depending what you're next to. As you can see, these connect there, there, and there. And some of them aren't too bad. You can actually, zipline between the tops of them pretty easily. But some you might end up at the bottom. Like you can see this one here, literally you're one level. Actually, it will drop you literally on the bottom, and then you have to climb all the way back up. So there is some kind of, being very exposed there. And of course, once you're ziplining, you can't shoot or do anything or med like that. So you are vulnerable as you're speeding. All you can really do is either try to speed up, slow down, or jump off. So that's kind of how that goes with that. But it'll definitely be cool to see where they implement it further. I think over here we had a zipline that connected to launch. Yep. Oop, there's a tree in the way. Don't know if we'll make it, but hey, let's try it out. Just to give one more little example here. Boom, zipline. Will we make it through the tree? Oh, we did. Hey. So yeah, just a couple different ways to kind of work your way into a monument. And it'll be very interesting to see how players use this, and the possibility of being able to use the zip lines themselves and place them where you like later. Another little thing worth mentioning is that the magnet crane has gotten quite a few of quality of life stuff to it, mostly with controls and teaching players how to use it. when you first jump in as well. It also has this little blue light right here, which is like a proximity kind of alarm for you, so that you know how close you are to lining up. So, yep, there you go. You're lined up straight. Now you're not. Lined up straight. Oop, not. There you go. But that just primarily will help you when you're trying to actually drive around and so forth. And then also now shift is drive mode, and releasing shift allows you to just move the crane itself. Again, shift is driving, so you don't have to use control like before. Next, if you didn't see some of my earlier videos, the Landmine has gotten a complete rework to it. As you can see, the design is quite different. It looks kind of like a weight, and then you've got some plumbing parts there. So yeah, it's very rusty. And yeah, it also kind of, as everyone's calling it, a big nipple. And I don't know, it kind of hides better in some ways, in other ways it doesn't. But you can still kind of place it under certain things like the bear rug and so forth, but other things like the flat rugs and so forth, not so much. But yeah, you know, you can still kind of, you know, clip it into something, and it's a little bit hard to see. It has a bit of a smaller imprint, but it's a little taller, I would have to say. Then also we have an Easter update coming to you and everyone else, the 14th. So keep an eye out for that as well. With it, we'll be getting this egg suit in the shop, the limited shop, I should say. So there you go. That should mean this might be tradable, but there is a possibility it might not be. So make sure you read the description before you buy the skin or watch my video to find out, because you could get stuck with multiple suits if you don't pay attention, or the ability not to resell it. But there's going to probably be a few other Easter things, some things returning. I'd probably expect a new egg. Alistair said there's probably a few things they will also have in addition to returning items besides the egg suit. So we'll have to see what that is. But yeah, that pretty much does it for that stuff. But I'd have to say Airfeild has actually gotten a very significant update, along with a lot of other monuments have gotten lighting updates, and those you can kind of see in the pictures of the dev blog as you explore. But Airfield's gotten such an update, I want to actually show that to you. So let's go ahead and hop over and take a look at that. Alright, we're here, and it's in the snow, so this is like even more atmospheric, but like, yeah, look at these spotlights. Look at that. And then look at like that faint glow just coming off of the hangars. Really done a great job. If you ever been in a abandoned hangar that still has lights on, it definitely feels like that. Grew up working in construction. My grandfather was a carpenter, my uncle was a general contractor, and so I saw a lot of warehouses and stuff. If you guys are like, where's German been hanging out in sketchy empty warehouses? You know, there's your answer. But you also notice they've added a lot more props and so forth. Now these warehouses are mostly pretty empty, but then you'll see that there's actual, like, all these shelves and so forth all added in here. But the main area that's really been kind of decked out is the actual airport building itself. And yeah, you'll notice once you pop in here, there's all sorts of props around. There's tables and everything going on around here. The back loading dock area has all sorts of things going on now. Repair bench, cyclers there. You still got the oil thing. There's actually a little heater over here. So, definitely some really nice little updates to it. And it just kind of helps, you know, make the world feel more alive. And there at the research bench. Oh, that's the back door. I'm like, where am I going? Then once you head upstairs, there's actually like electronics and stuff. You know, it actually kind of looks like it may have been an airport at some time. Another one of the heaters. Fuse is still down there, of course. But yeah, it's just definitely a very, very nice little update to this. But I think we're going to go ahead and find the end of the video right here, guys. That does it. Sound off down in the comments section below which things you're the most excited for and why. And there's quite a bit of exciting things on the horizon. The pet system is being worked on. Modular weapons is seeing work on a separate branch. There's still something exciting coming up with this train. And then we also have a lot of other things going on in the background, like the new recoil and gun system changes that will eventually be tested and possibly come into the game. But there's definitely a lot of extra little things there. The server transferring through the access system and all sorts of stuff like that. All coming up eventually. We'll have more info on that when it pops in. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay rusty.